is the balance first. So what I like about the egg balls is that she's not worried about her vestibular, her balance. On a regular ball, there's no stabilization. So on this ball, I could either ask her to ride it like a horse,
Yeah, because it's...
you know, so I can bring her feet this way if she wanted to do it more like a horse stance. So you can be like this way. So you're sitting this way. If you want to, I'm just saying. See, that's another way of doing it. So, see, and now you're rocking. So with this rocking, so, here, let me see if I
Georgie's
can.
on the horse. He doesn't even know it.
So yeah, we'll stick with this then. So this is if Harley had a bag of toys there. Now, in this case too, even if you did something like this with Marco, this is what I'm doing with him. I've got my portable table. I can still make a table and bring him up, and he's getting a lesson. He's playing or watching TV, whatever, and everybody's the same.
Where'd you get these balls?
They used to be off of Amazon, and there was a problem. However, there's a practitioner now in Canada that's looking to do the distributorship, but they're out of Italy, and I love them.
Wow.
The only thing is that the second they touch my wall, I can't wipe this off, so they look really dirty, but they're taking the paint off.
What are
Have
they
you
called?
tried
Bean
vinegar?
balls?
No,
And dish soap? Do a mixture of vinegar and dish soap.
let's see that works.
It takes off almost everything from anything. Or a magic eraser.
What's the proportion?
What?
What's the
Vinegar and dish
proportion?
soap? Yeah. About a cup of vinegar to like maybe a teaspoon of dish soap.
So
It takes
here,
off most things.
again, I'm not gonna correct her foot patterns or anything or bring her forward like Harley was. Right now, her feet are back here, that's fine. Even though my concentration is on this part of the system, I have to be just as aware how much that foot's presenting, because that's what's nice about the ball. It's so fluid for every boom. It's just like holding the baby. It has that much more fluid
If we
effect.
do this while he's watching a video at eye level, would that be okay?
Yeah.
Because it's hard for him to sit on the
You
wall
have to
for it.
understand too, to get Marco successful, it's gonna be baby steps. So first, ball with video, and you think, oh, he's not paying attention. But all you're worried about is his stability and worrying about eye function. As he can handle more complexity, okay, he understands the assignment, then you can possibly
Introduce
say,
the
introduce
tracking
him, you
things
know,
and-
and that kind of thing. Or when your husband's home, or, again, it's about variations. A kid in the classroom has to sit there and be still.
I
So
hated
where's,
that part.
I know, but I mean,
So how
what we
long,
expect sometimes of our quote kids is just, I think, above and beyond.
how long would you do this? How do you know when is enough? When to stop?
For something
Maybe a
like
silly
this,
question, but
again, it all depends on the kid. It might take a day to get them used to sitting on the ball. It might
Okay.
be, because everything's a process, but just because they say no, like you've seen Marco's quote, push me away, I might go back. And I usually get my way. But I'm not gonna sit there right away and go, oh, well, if you don't wanna do that, you know. And I'm not gonna do that with my touch. Or I'll say, okay, you don't want me touching your chin, but what if I'm here, what if I'm... Now, by the way, I can do this lesson here, or right now, I'm working on the leg. What I'm dealing with right now, and she hardly can feel it, is what I was showing you with so neat with Harley. So I'm working on the weight coming back with the pelvis and going back to the knee. And you feel how I'm rotating the whole time. So I'm not doing this.
Right.
See how it stops?
Not like that.
And I'm not going here.
Right.
See how it stops? It's just a light rotation back, see? And then the emphasis gets much more involved with the foot and rotating this. Now at the same position, is George happy?
Yeah, no, but I feel it like all the way, you know, when you do it, I feel it all the way on.
Right,
Okay.
so the same movement, same position. This is where I'm quickly throwing in about 4 different complexities. Now I can be here. So I can come here this way. I'm still gonna concentrate on the right leg, but I can go here. I've alternated my hands. I'm not right on the iliac on both sides. I'm kind of shifted because I want to shift her weight over to the foot and then bring her weight back. And shift. And now if I wanted to still shift her weight too, I can go underneath, and this is what's nice about the balls, look how easy I can get under her tush. Whereas a lot of things it would be very sticky if she was just in sitting. Same thing, I'm going to rotate and just a light lift under the tailbone, or sit bone, sorry, and bring back. See here, you get a much nicer wag of the tailbone. You feel that wag?
Yeah. And your hands are so soft. Yeah.
But see how the sacrum now can start working as it's a perpendicular pendulum. See how you're getting that nice little float coming back and forth. And this gives the spine a really nice movement pattern that it starts to do, because if you look at any book, a body can only bend forward and backwards and side to side. They don't do any kind of this. I want someone to do a movement act for me with the skeletal system. There, and now I can go back. And then come back forward. See nicely too how much room that gives George, allows your chest cavity to start getting a little bit more. And I haven't even gone up her spine yet. So now too, if I was worried about stability on somebody, I can come here. Same thing, I haven't moved my right hand. And I can come here.
We all know who that somebody is.
It doesn't matter. You'd be so. I was working. This is what you caught me working on. Sam. Sorry, I call you Sam and Samantha.
Yeah,
Which do you
Sam.
prefer? You cool?
Sam.
Okay. I was working with her yesterday to show of just even touching the door jamb or adding the vestibular to the system. She's cognitive. She's been a ballerina. She's Feldenkrais. I should be able to do this with her, but it is so much more intent with the system. Like even right now, look at the difference. I'm going to put my back right here. Look at now how much more you can get out of that just from having my head there. Do you feel the difference?
Oh, yeah. Huge.
And again, she's not startling. She's not in a panic. She's not in. So now I've just introduced the first thing that Harley's been doing. See, now I'm bringing the head over her pelvis purposely. Before I was working with the foot more. The foot's really engaged. So see here how I just tilt forward. And now her chin's learning how to come. Now again, I'm still going to keep my right hand here. I can go up her spine now. I can either rest on the scapula area into the vertebrae, but here I'm just going to do first the neck. Now probably more here, bringing my arm down. There you go. See how slow I had to do? Because did you feel you really didn't have the extension in the upper back to take that move? This is a very, very careful move because feel the difference if I just allow the weight of my hand. Feel the difference? And if I do this versus I'm just there to support the vestibular, but not to add my weight onto the system. George is first, so you tell me if you're comfortable or not comfortable.
No, you cannot take. She thinks she's gonna get your flowers,
Oh.
which will then end with no flowers.
There, see now you're coming over to the elbow. You see that how she's coming over to her elbow now? And now I can do this here, where she's also coming. Now this is where she's done ballet so much, so in this position she's automatically going to go for extension, more so than coming down here. Because when she goes over to that foot, she's learned to go long, which is fine. It's not a criticism, what I'm trying to say. So now just try the scapula area so you can feel the difference. See, that's more for rotation. Do you feel it? The head doesn't get as much support, so the scapular area would be much better to work on rotation. And then I can just go back and see if there's any changes. But now, see how I can rotate in and out that pelvis coming over. And if I do it to this side, just to show you, feel the difference of coming over to this foot versus now over to this foot. tilt. And I can tilt to the side. Sorry, that was too fast, but you handled it. And feel the difference of coming to this side though.
Yeah.
So how's that feel?
Great. It's, you know, every time is different. Every time there's something that you're bringing to it that's, we're gonna try it this way or this way or from here. So it keeps giving you a chance to expand it each time.
Oh yeah, the complexities are intense for you and the person you're working on.
Yeah.
I literally could have gone back right now if I really wanted to go simplistic, have the parent even holding the child and literally be working just here even. Especially now that I've already worked with you here, or come this way even for it and work the whole foot. I can just do the whole knee and just bringing the foot coming up and then coming back this way. You really, once you learn again that coming over the system with that rotation, but do you see the similarities of you and Arlie? There's no difference in this position, but you're not gonna get that on the table.
Right.
No.
And you usually put this ball on the table?
Oh, sometimes the kids love it.
Oh.
Well, it all depends.
Yeah.
You think so?
That
You like
size
the table?
ball, or is it a smaller kid size ball?
This is the biggest ball that they make, and then they come in different sizes. Yeah. So with that, why don't you get up and walk around and we'll...
Okay, let's do it this way now because I saw it
Right, right,
horsey thing. So, do you want me to sit on this side or the other side?
Yeah, we'll move the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this called again?
These are called an
Bean ball?
egg ball. I
Egg
can
ball.
send you the
Egg ball. Okay.
I can't pronounce the Italian part, the legrama.
Egg
I
ball.
wrote to them too, and I said, let me be your spokesperson. But they use this strictly for like exercise Pilates stuff, and I'm like, you have no idea how you can get into the whole therapy world. Isn't it a nice ball?
It's awesome.
It feels
What
good.
a difference from the round one.
I know.
Yes.
But that go back to,
Or
if
even
you're
the
worried
peanut
about your balance, then everything else is, and even the peanut one
Because
affects
you
that
can't sit
flow.
on the peanut like this either,
No,
though.
no.
Because you'd be sitting in the dip.
Right. So with this now, we're gonna have her in this position just to show the variation there. Do you have any questions, by the way?
No, it's,
My biggest thing is, and what I try and do in the class is really trying to show a movement from a pre-human to
it's
you
very,
know,
very instructional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and, but to see, trying to set up circumstances where you see the similarities. Now, Miles' gonna be a little bit different because she's taller and her knees go above her femur.
Right.
But with that, say la vie, this is where we're at. Now, if I wanted to, this is where the table can come in and maybe I can set up a situation where there's a stool off the side, but you don't pay me enough for those kind of. No, I'm kidding. So same thing, I'm just gonna see how she's gonna be on the ball. And even though I'm right here, I normally don't touch the spinal column, but I'm really in between it. So you never see me actually touch the spinal column. I'm either here or I'm across, but I'm not pushing the bone here. I'm always, so, but I'm right here, just above the trochanter, and I'm just twisting it ever so slightly to see how she comes over to the foot. And again, with her knees are gonna get a little quote stuck, but that's not a problem. So, as you know with me, I usually leave a hand on the system, even though I'm going around, instead of letting go, coming back, wherever, I like to travel. So that's the only time when you're watching me, you really can see if I have a plan, because you can see where I'm leaving the hand, bringing versus, or coming here, coming around the back. Well, most people are so interesting, so to sit there and just go, oh yeah, today I'm just gonna do feet. It's just like you're like, fix my foot, because you broke the foot, and when I got to the other one, I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Jenna literally had one foot moves, and the other foot was like, lady, I have no idea what you want from me, but I'm not doing anything.
I broke a toe in the hospital when I had her because I fell, and it just would not heal. I ran into pain. It was a nightmare. And I went to take off my socks for a movement lesson when we were doing class, and I said, "Oh, the thing is just never gonna heal." She's like, "That's a challenge." So she looks at she goes, "It's not the
So
foot
right
you broke, it's
here.
the other foot." Then she gets to the other foot and says, "What did
Working on the
you do?"
rotating of the femur.
Well, when I was
There we go, over to
older
the
younger
foot.
than
See,
early,
that's a little
I-
foreign to you.
Severely burned my entire hand, and they taped it in my
Basically
chest
didn't know what you were
to
waiting
keep it
for,
spread and open
and then
and
it
clean.
happened.
So I learned.
But
to
see how with
flow
Arlie,
one
do you
hand
feel it
and
with the
one
baby,
elbow.
and now I'm looking for it
So
from
like
me.
everything was off.
See?
My
You
shoulder,
stop.
like I could raise my arm up. Like
See?
it got to
I
about
would
here
go
go
off
thing. It
balance.
was a big joke.
No,
And
yeah.
it was like, if somebody ever tells you to stick them up, they're gonna shoot you. It's like this was it, and then she started working on my shoulder, and I
It's so
quit
subtle,
running into pain in
but
my
so
shoulder.
powerful at the same time.
But listen
So I
to
ran
this,
into
if I did
walls,
this,
corners, and tables.
look at
and
the difference.
Nothing.
all the time.
You're so concentrated on
All
where the heck this ball's
on
going.
staying on the ball,
Right.
right? Yeah.
The
Which
lessons
is
are
like
done.
medically, I mean, they gotta save your hand, but in the long term,
And again, I don't think people respect that in an adult, they
And then you
think,
don't even think about it.
we know what's
Yeah.
going on, you've got eyes, you've
yeah, what does
got.
that have to do with burning my hand when I was 6 months?
And if they really can't see it in an adult,
That's what
they
somebody-
shouldn't be touching kids with
Yeah.
special needs, because then they really just don't understand the whole function
Well,
of
it makes you think
movement.
about all sorts of things that you couldn't do as a
There
kid,
you
like,
go. See,
I
how
should
much
never
nicer
do
you're
cartwheel.
coming
Well, of
over
course,
here.
you can't get your arm out like that. Are you ever gonna do a cartwheel? So just, you know, those little weird things that you're like, oh, I feel so much better, I'm not,
See
like, you know
how
what I mean, as a
doing the
kid.
same movement,
There's,
but
it's not that I
throughout the
couldn't figure it out, it's that my body
Just
could
because
not
something
do that.
happens
It's never
here,
had
doesn't
that
mean it's
vocabulary.
happening here, that's the one thing I've really,
You could be Cirque du Soleil by the time you're 20 at the rate you're going. You could be Cirque du Soleil. But now, Mama.
and I can use the ball, I can go into the ball as well,
Mhm.
which I didn't do with Sam. So, the ball serves two purposes. So now in your case, so instead of quote redirecting the feet, because the feet now are coming out, now it could be because the ball moved, it could be whatever. Now I'm gonna come underneath here, now I'm using the ball to my advantage. I'm still moving you over your foot. But I'm slowly, there you go, moving your foot. And then I can do that here, I can lift and bring the foot over here and have you feel it. Now that's a little awkward, so I just hang out. Then I can come here and so you feel it. I can go back out here if I want. Now I can lift off my knee. Gosh, I lift too fast. So now I can come around here. And just feel. Now, I wouldn't necessarily, if I hadn't integrated her into the ball, come out and do the foot first. Even when I worked on you, I still had my hand in the back of your pelvis first and with the knee, so you had more of a security. Versus just coming to someone and saying, come on, let's go, you know, and, you know, again. Also, if you're here with a kid, they tend to get a little bit overstimulated. So they're like, oh, bounce, 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 where you're behind them going, you know, in a sense with your touch going, calm down, you know. This isn't kangaroo time. However, even if it is, turns into kangaroo time. Look at like that video I just posted of Joey doing those frog jumps. And how he can just now jump like a frog. He was so excited. He's never done it before.
That was so cool to watch him jump up on the table like that.
Oh, I know.
And
But I
jump across the
posted a
room.
video doing it again in slow motion, and you can actually just see how he just flies.
extension.
Oh, yeah, it's the coolest thing. I mean, it's great that quote, stuff happens in this office, but to see it happen, I really appreciate it. I mean, it's just neat. So see how I'm rotating under the leg, under this way, into the back part of the hip. Because see, this is what, if I go a little faster, see how the head has to counterbalance off that hip there. So to rotate like this and do it in such a way. Now, if I really wanted to, now for her I can do a little difference. And this is sort of what I do with your husband. And I'm gonna hold this here. See again how secure I am with the system? I'm not here. See how you're guarding already with me? But if I come here and go, oh, sweetheart. See how you're learning how to come again over your knee. Just to show you the difference. I haven't done this side.
No.
Feel? Feel. So especially here in the arm. So feel the difference? Just from that little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, rotating, and now I can transfer. So I'm pushing back with the knee and pulling a little bit through the shoulder, and then rotating the elbow back down.
No.
But this is her going into the box with toys. See it? And then coming back down. You see how Arlie was playing? But rotating the arm, grabbing, crossing midline, and coming back down. But you literally can just do a slide, nobody knows the wiser. There we go. See how your back's starting to extend more, allowing to reach. See how the arm's not lifting anymore and going back. And now I can go back to the first move, put a horsey, do all that. I'm just gonna quickly try and even you. Forget it. I can't. That hip's just like, yeah, no way. Feel the difference? Full difference.
Yeah.
It's like knocking on a door
Yeah.
versus here.
It's like, gel and stiffness a little.
So walk around first and then come back, and then, like I said,
Okay.
Sam can play with you. Neat though, isn't it?
It
Now, put your right foot forward, okay? Just stay there, and now with the right hand, extend out. Just feel, okay? And now left foot forward and do that. And left hand out. Feel the difference?
Yes.
But no, the lesson is really to show again, even though it looks like I'm getting your knees looser, the feet looser, it's feel coming over your system.
No, this one I can't even bend.
Yeah.
Just the fluidity of it.
Right, the sequencing, yeah, it's
No,
just,
this one, no, I don't have it in me, like, it even hurts when I try to do this, it
Right.
doesn't even allow me to.
yeah. So,